Hey, I got a sending data message. Don't do this to me. Ah! What it do, baby? Hey, what it do, baby? We in there. We in there. Let me check, make sure. What's up, man? Boy, Swaze in the building. We live on the Facebook. We behind like a mug because we had some serious technical difficulties, man. But guess what, dog? We here, cuz your boy Midway with the Father's Day show. I promise you, who we got over there?
It's about to go down. It's your boy Swaze in the building, man. What's up with it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Swaze in the building. But Midway in the building, Father's Day show, man. We about to get this thing started. Yeah. We about to get this thing started, man. Y'all please tune in for the chat, man. About to drop this intro, man. We're gonna be right back after this. We back. Yes, sir, man. Sex in the media. It's your boy Midway right here, man. Please, y'all go ahead and hit that follow, like, subscribe button, all that good stuff, man.
Yes, sir.
We in the building. Hold on right quick. Let me get it one quick second, right? We're finna go press and record on another camera.
What's up, good people, man? How y'all been, man? How y'all doing out there, man?
Ooh, we in there, man. Father's Day show, we in there, hey!
Back.
Oh man, bro, listen, man, thank y'all for tuning in to the Father's Day show, man. We are live for the first time. If y'all new to the Father's Day show and what we do on this show, all you gotta do is go on YouTube, type in SPMediaTV, no spaces, SPMediaTV, click on the channel page, go to the playlist and scroll down to the Father's Day playlist. You'll catch all our back episodes, man. This is our first live show. It's hella technical difficulties because we trying something new, but we wanted to get the community feedback while we had a show, man. Right. What we do on this show basically is we don't necessarily talk junk about the ladies side, but we definitely big up the men's side, man. This show is about trying to close that gap between the father, the black father mainly, but the father in general, to the son or to the daughter. Like, you know, there's a disconnect. It's in society, it's seen as if we don't really care about our children. We're not really there for our kids. You know what I'm saying? They make you seem like we just out here having babies and not really paying attention to our seeds, just walking off on them, and that's just not true. You know what I'm saying? CDC studies show that black men are more active on a day-to-day basis, depending on the bracket of income you have. That we are actually leading the pack in being actively day-to-day activities with our children, in our kids' lives. Yeah. So true. Next is the Caucasian, the white man, then it's the Hispanic man. You know, they're kind of falling off, but that's another whole other thing. Anyway, I'm just glad we here live, bruh. If y'all want, man, if y'all watching the live, man, please tune in, hit the chat. We can see your messages. We can talk about what you got to say. Last topic, last topic. What we covered? We covered
the sex talk.
The sex talk, yeah, sex talk. Yeah. So this show is kind of bridging off of that, man, but it's not necessarily covering how we communicate sex to our children, but more so how the media influences our kids when it comes to talking about sex, man. Because there's a lot of stuff going on out there, bro. What you think, man? Like, as far as like what the media's doing and the influences that it can have on our children and how they go about this sex thing.
I mean, well, it's definitely an influence, and that's on everything, not just sex, but sex is definitely being portrayed to our children, and they're definitely being influenced by it, as well as we were, you know what I mean? But back in our day, it wasn't so prevalent, you know what I mean? It wasn't so right there in your face. Now they got so much access, you know what I mean? And it's like it's right there for them. So I think it's a big deal right now. I really do.
Absolutely, man. The reason I bring this topic up, man, is there has been some controversy brewing in the past couple weeks, man, with the I'm not sure if y'all really are fans of Lil Nas X, man, but he got this new video. Well, he had a video come out about a month or so ago, maybe 2 months ago, whatever, however long it's been, called Montero, where he was one of the biggest things about the controversies about that video was that he took a stripper pole down the hill, and he was basically giving the devil a lap dance.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because we had this sex talk about how we can introduce sex to our kids, how they go about it and manage it properly,
right.
how we can learn from them. And but one thing we didn't really consider though is the influence that the media and the outside world can have on our children,
which is greater than our influence is.
Like a mug,
it's greater than what our influence is because they see it on a daily basis. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They spend more time outside the house and with other influences than they actually do with the parent or the parental influence. So it's definitely could be a problem.
And what's wild is that, you know, Lil Nas X started off. I heard another guy followed by the name of Dr. Boyce Watkins. He mentioned that Lil Nas X started off as mostly a kids rapper with the song Old Town Road. You know, that song got popular like from TikTok dances, from some of the social media growth of it. They launched that thing into another world,
right.
And it was mostly boosted because of children following and making videos. Right. So he was kind of seen as an influencer for little kids,
children. Yeah.
And then when he come out with the video, the Montero, you know what I'm saying, and doing all that stuff, and end up going down, riding a stripper pole down to the devil, giving them a lap dance.
Right.
You know, basically being over sexualized, like forcing the issue of homosexuality.
Right.
It was a big issue, but now he drops another video, Industry Baby.
Right.
Now that Industry Baby, now we got a chance to see it. You know, if y'all haven't got a chance to see it, please, you know what I'm saying? You know, he ain't like he need the views. He got more than 55 million of them. But please go check out Industry Baby, man. That video, I'm gonna let you speak on it first as far as just like your thoughts on the video itself. Like, what were your thoughts when you when you saw that? Y'all gotta see bro face. When you first saw that video, bro, what was your initial thoughts the first time you saw that video, man? Let me hear it.
I mean, I'm no homophobe, so you know what I mean. I didn't really think too much of it because the simple fact of you already know Nas X's background. It'd be a different story if I see it and didn't know his background. You know what I mean? But I know his background. We know that he's sweet. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I wouldn't really expect anything different. But, and to be honest, I really don't think that Lil Nas X is actually the problem. You know what I mean? I just think he's an artist.
You say you don't think he's the problem? Like, okay, so what? Expand on that.
Well, yeah. He's just an artist. You know what I mean? He's an artist, and he just happens to be gay. You know what I mean? So you can't really say that it's his agenda to, you know what I mean, spread to spread homosexuality. I actually seen a tweet. I don't know if it was actually from him or not, but it was saying something along the lines of if a gay person can convince you to put wood in your mouth, you know what I mean, you probably already wanted to have the wood in your mouth in the beginning, you know what I mean. So pretty much saying can't nobody really convince you to be anything or be or feel that way.
So basically it's almost, I don't want to say it's taking the responsibility off of Lil Nas X, but in a sense it is, because one thing we don't necessarily pay attention to is that studies have shown that black people are mostly influenced by celebrity. Black people are mostly influenced by the media.
Right.
And so if we talking about how our children are affected by these so-called influences, Lil Nas X that sound like really Lil Nas X vice versa, vis-a-vis. but he therefore then has some type of responsibility in the message that he puts off. You know?
No.
So we can't necessarily just dismiss him like that.
Oh yes, you can actually definitely dismiss him like that because he's an artist, you know what I mean? And he's just putting his art out there. He's not looking to say, I'm the poster child for anything. I'm the poster child for this. Okay.
I mean, you say, okay, hold on. You say he's not looking to do it, bro.
Okay, hold on. Flip it around.
That shit is extreme.
Flip it around to the male artist or any other, a straight artist, you know, they out here, they glorify sex in their videos too, you know what I mean?
True shit.
It's just heterosexual sex, you know what I mean? They glorify it too. So are we saying that that's okay for them to glorify it, you know what I mean? And him not to be himself, you know what I mean? In his art? I mean, because it is art. You know, we got freedom of speech and freedom of mind, you know, it's art.
Exactly. I mean, you never lied about that. It is art. But when it comes to the responsibility of the message that you put off, and the impact that it has on the culture that you're supposed to be representing, you got to be responsible in the message that you put. Now, yes, it's art, but if your art is emulating something
but he what he's putting out, he doesn't see any wrong in. You know what I mean?
He might not see wrong in it. A lot of
people that don't see wrong in it. You know what I mean? Homosexuality is a big thing, and there's a lot of people that's cool with it. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't even. Yeah, the homosexuality is kind of in today's world being forced on American public. And y'all can, if you're in the chat, man, please chime in on the conversation. Let us know what your thoughts is on this conversation as well. We're basically talking about the topic of sex and the media's influence on our children, and us as fathers, our responsibility in managing that when it comes to deciphering how our kids intake this information. But he does have a responsibility that we can't overlook, bro. Like, he's representing a black culture, and especially younger black culture. Now, I understand freedom of expression is very important. He got to do that. It's his right to do that. He can do whatever he want to do. But when you're over sensual, like that industry baby video, man, he inside of a prison. He's basically making it seem cool to these younger kids that you can go to prison and it's a dance fest. You go to prison and it's just pure homosexuality just floating around. That ain't cool, man.
It's not cool. But then now you want to start censoring things. You know what I mean? I feel like this. He's not responsible because though we are not his kid. You feel me? These children out here aren't his, so he's just displaying his craft. You feel me? Okay, if he's responsible, then let's say damn, all of these directors and producers of these movies that show way more than what he is showing, you know what I mean, and do way more than what he's doing. They show murders, like murders. Show you how to set up a murder, get away with a murder. You feel me? So TV shows, a TV show can show you how to get away with a murder. Teach you how to commit murder and get away with it. A TV show. You feel me?
See now,
so if my kid go out and kill somebody and try to get away with it, you know what I mean? Because he don't like somebody, if he feel like, this TV show done showed me how to get away with this, I can go kill him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yes and no.
Not the same.
It's not necessarily. Yes and no, it's the same. But at the same time, that TV show and those personalities on the TV show, it's perceived to be fiction. It's supposed to be some kind of a story. Now, yes, we can say Lil Nas X is presenting a fictional story, but at the same time, the power of influence is important. That TV show that you're talking about, that TV show isn't necessarily granted colloquially the passive ability to influence like that. It's not held up as a responsibility like that. But rappers, R&B artists, certain celebrities are held in that position, whether they choose to or not, to be held responsible for their actions, and therefore they impact on society. They got to be mindful of that. Lil Nas X ain't a TV show. He's a personality that first got big from grasping the minds and the ideas of young children. Old Town Road was boosted up to that level because of the children.
Indeed,
not a TV show.
Indeed, you are 100% right. But tell me something else. How do most kids get in front of TikTok or get in front of YouTube or get in front of any of these platforms that they're getting this material from? How do they get in front of this stuff? What we do as parents, we give them this stuff to hold their attention so we can go do what we trying to do. You feel me? It's on us, not on Lil Nas X. It's on you as a parent. We can't just take it away. It's on us as parents, but it's on Lil Nas X as well, bro. We can't take away Lil Nas X if that's his. Okay, hold on. he's homosexual. You know what I mean?
Yep.
To be in prison would be a joy fest to him, I believe. You know what I mean? So
it's emulated like that on the what's name, but he ain't never been in prison. He probably even know nobody that he's in constant contact with.
He probably don't, but
that's in prison.
Right. He probably don't.
That's a terrible image to portray. Like, his audience is children, bro.
And it is. And his
audience is
but
children,
his audience
man.
is not children. He's not intending for his audience to be children. You feel me?
But
that's like porn.
That's different.
Porn people don't intend for children to get out here and watch that shit, but they watch it. I watched it.
Everybody gonna watch it. Everybody has the ability to watch it. But it's advertised.
Are we saying, hold on, you porn people need to be mindful of what you're putting out, because it's children out here watching it. You feel me? It's not up to the children. It's not up to them. It's up to the parent.
All right. So okay. So let me propose this. Mm-hmm. Let's say it's you and your son walking down the street in the neighborhood, right? Y'all just going for a father-son walk, right?
True.
You and your son just having fun, talking chit-chat. Hey, Dad, I had a great day, blah, 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 woo, 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 right? Mm-hmm. You pass by house after house after house. Mm-hmm. Along that walk, somebody comes outside, and you walk past the house, and you look over to the dude's house, and it's a dude walking outside on his front porch, ball sack ass naked, right?
Right.
Butt naked. Mm-hmm. Now, you and your son made a choice to go out down the street, which you have the choice to do. Right. You also had a choice to look away and not see it. But guess what? Mm-hmm. The man that's out there naked is still out there. He made a choice to put himself out there. It's up to the parents to monitor what their kids are watching and exposed to their best ability. Right. Israel says that it's up to the parents to expose it. Okay, then this is what I'm getting at. Mm-hmm. If the parents are walking down the street with your kid, mm-hmm. and the dude come out the house butt ass naked, right? Mm-hmm. Yes, you can turn your kid away, mm-hmm. but are you going to say whether we see it or not, it's strictly on us looking at it, mm-hmm. and has nothing to do with him making the choice to come outside in public where he know people gonna be walking up and down the street at butt naked? He has a responsibility in this too, bro. Hold on. We can't take away his responsibility, man.
Now in turn, you done created a problem because your scenario is off. You feel me? It's illegal for this man to be out here butt naked. It's not illegal for Lil Nas X to put out a video. Okay, that's even bigger. I mean? That's even what he's saying. That's even bigger. He's out there illegally. So you feel me? Is wrong.
Ask yourself why it's illegal though. Ask yourself, why is it illegal that the government would disallow a man showing his ass in public, mm-hmm. but they would allow some bullshit like, I ain't gonna call it bullshit because I don't want to do that man all like that. But they would allow it to be all over YouTube where kids,
They disallow it because they expect parents to be parents. You feel me? That is wrong. Him coming outside butt ass naked is wrong. And me as a father, I can't control what he does as a man, as a human.
You can't control Lil Nas X though.
Hold on. I can't control what he does as a human. But me as a parent, I can control what my child consumes. You feel me? I can control that. In a sense. Now, the rebuttal to that is when they get out here in this world, we can't control what they doing. You know what I mean? So then, you know what I mean? When they get outside of our reach, we can't control that. But you as a parent, you can control what your child consumes. But you know what I mean?
I get it, but I just can't get over this idea that you trying to minimalize or take away the responsibility of the agent.
Right.
Man, that man, he made a choice to come outside. We're not legal or illegal. He still has some responsibility in him exposing himself the same way Lil Nas X got responsibility in the content that he put out. We can't just ignore that, bro. We can't ignore that.
No, we can't ignore it. But what I'm saying is, you can't punish Lil Nas. You can't punish
Lil Nas X.
What can you do to him?
Say you can't punish Lil Nas X.
What can you say to him?
It's the same as saying you can't punish the man walking outside naked.
It's illegal to come outside naked. Okay. It's not illegal to express yourself.
But you have to ask the question though. Why is it illegal for the man to come outside naked,
Right.
but not illegal for people to produce content? Like, you gotta understand.
Because the content is supposed to be controlled by the parent. You feel me?
Says who? Like, but why is it okay?
Says humanity and common sense. It's common sense.
But I'll take your same idea. The content is supposed to be controlled by the parent. The same way I can say you walking down the street with your son is supposed to be controlled by the parent. Like I said, you can easily say, son, turn your head.
Exactly.
And therefore, because you can do that to your son, he should therefore be legal. It should be legal for him to come outside naked. Because you can just look away.
He walks in our sight naked.
Right.
My son done already seen that.
Right.
I can tell him to turn his head, but it's already in his sight. It's already in his eyes, in his mind. Me controlling content is not allowing him to be able to see the content from the beginning. You feel me? I can control it. Okay, let's break it down to how we came up. You know, we came up in the same house. GP wasn't playing that. She broke up. Okay, hold on. My homeboy let me borrow some of his CDs. I'm playing the CDs in the house, you know what I mean?
For sure.
When she not there, she comes in, here's the CD playing. It got all kind of cussing and all that in it. She comes in and breaks the CDs immediately. She don't take them out and say, here, get this, take this, where it back, where it come from. She broke them bitches in half.
She broke my stank on his CD.
They didn't even belong to me.
She broke my stank on his CD,
so,
you know?
She was controlling the content that we consumed.
I get it, but what your girl Israel talking about? She say, I can see your point though, AP. Why even allow it to begin with? That's part of my problem right there. Because you can't
censor people, bro. You can't censor everybody.
You're right.
There are adults out here that enjoy that
indecency law, bro, censors our ability to express our bodies freely.
Right.
So if they can censor us from coming outside naked because the public is there, not because we just can't do it, it's indecent exposure. Okay. Not by you, but it's people able to see it.
In his video, was it censored? Yes.
It was censored, but it was insinuated. It was insinuated.
It was insinuated, but it was also censored. So it's censored.
You got a hell of a point there.
You feel me?
You got a point there. Okay, let's get past the censor part.
You can't stop that man from expressing himself. He's entitled to that.
Man, if y'all in the chat right now, please chime in on what this man's saying.
And we appreciate you, Israel, for your input and your comments.
Yeah, we thank you, Israel. You can kiss my ass, Israel. I know.
Hey, we appreciate you.
Yeah, we appreciate you though. But okay, let's move past whether or not it's illegal for people to show it, and let's move past the fact that parents can't control it, right?
True.
Let's dig. I want to touch on this aspect of people's responsibility on what they put out, right?
Right.
And we're gonna get to a little bit more deep in this as well. Is it not up to the agent and what they put out? Is it not their responsibility to put out responsible content that will potentially produce a positive outcome on society? Like I can sell dope all day long, right? But when I start making videos of myself selling dope and glorifying and acting like going to prison because of it is fun, and we in here dancing and parlaying, is that not an irresponsibility or a misrepresentation of what I'm doing? Should I not be conscious of that? Even if I do sell dope, should I be conscious of not to advertise it to the public as if it's something that is not?
No, you shouldn't be. And you should.
I shouldn't be held responsible for that.
Hold on. You shouldn't be held responsible for it, and you should also glorify it, and you should also put it out there.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Listen to my reason.
Say that again.
Listen to my reason. I think you should glorify it and put it up. The people who do things and they glorify what they do, I think they should put it out there, because you. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, get that together, because you saying you should glorify selling drugs or whatever negative aspect you plug in.
The reason I'm saying that is because those people come from nothing. You feel me? They might come from nothing. He might not know a way or have a way.
Pause out too. If y'all in the chat right now, man, please drop a like and a follow or just share it, man. It's a free click. You know how the internet jargon when people streaming, man. Please share the video. Chime in when you can, man. It helps us grow. We just trying this thing new.
Oh yeah.
This live thing is new. Father's Day show. We touched on a bunch of different topics, man. We thank y'all for tuning in. But continue, man. Go ahead and finish your point.
I feel like if a person, you know what I mean, they come from nothing, you know what I mean, and they make a way or they find a way, I feel like they should, you know what I mean, glorify that and put that out, you know what I mean, because it's other people that's looking for a way, and that's, you know what I mean, even though what they're doing and how they're doing is not the right way. I don't agree with it. I do not agree with it.
Okay, because I was about to touch on something. Let's assume that nudist man coming outside when you're walking down the street is his way. It's wrong. You don't agree with it, but what if he find a way? He trying to find a way, like you say, he trying to come up. He trying to show his body and come up. He trying to promote his OnlyFans, right?
I mean, video. He has the right to do that on video. You feel me?
He got the right, but I'm saying in the public, his responsibility though. His responsibility to put out content that's going to be productive and for the well-being of society. I mean,
but if he's trying to promote his body and promote himself, you know what I mean, OnlyFans, why wouldn't he put that out? Why wouldn't he do that? Because, like you said, it's illegal for him to come outside naked. If his way of promoting it, I'm saying, is to do things that can negatively affect the society, he's got to be conscious of that. So he don't make irresponsible decisions. It's irresponsible. Okay, everybody got the right to sell dope. Right. But everybody got the right to show it to whoever they want, right? Right. But past the legal part, as a society, if this show is about how we can better benefit society by being better fathers in our kids' lives and showing them how to live, we got to be responsible as a culture to want the culture to produce responsible atmosphere. Do you how you get around from place to place? I mean, I drive my vehicle, I drive my vehicle. When you drive that vehicle, right, what happens? It does what? It drives, it cranks up, it moves where I hit the gas. But it also puts out harmful emissions and kills the damn earth, does it not? But I got a Tesla. Do you stop driving? But I got a Tesla. Do you walk? Do you take your bike every place that you gotta be? Hey. No, you get in your car, you crank that car up, and you drive to where you gotta make it to. You feel me? But I still get the emissions test once a year when I get my inspection. So we still So I got checks and balances. I ain't just out here. So that's basically like if Lil Nas X, he gotta have checks and balances. It's like nobody's in his corner let him know. Balances are his sensors in his video. You feel me? He had a sensor. Okay, alright. He had the weenies covered up, you know what I mean? Alright, so we gonna go to this topic right here, right? Okay. So now we're gonna touch on how fathers should manage how should fathers manage their kids when it comes to viewing content like this. Because one thing as fathers should they? Should they? Because some people, I know people a lot of people don't, bro. Like, people don't censor their kids and what people not putting parental sensors on these tablets and phones and shit that they giving to these kids. They're not putting guidelines on this stuff that they got. The Wi-Fi that's at the house, it ain't no guidelines on the Wi-Fi. You just log in and you can, do what you want to do. People aren't censoring their kids, bro. Ain't no censorship. Okay, so we established that people, for the most part, aren't censoring. I mean, that's a thing that we don't necessarily can't really verify. We don't know for certain, right? But it's kind of seen that way because kids are all over social media. From our experience, from my experience, from what I see on a day-to-day basis of dealing with people that I deal with. Okay, so I want to propose this. How do we allow our kids the freedom to explore the world through social media? While managing how they manage the content that they're absorbing? We know we like, I got issues with my baby mamas right now, how they use the tablet or the phone or the TV to babysit the kids. Exactly. Right? And that's what they do. The kid is just absorbing all this information from all places freely. And there is no managing from the parent on how that kid
what their kid does with that information that they taking in. So the kid formulating their own opinion, their own thoughts, and their own mind
100%.
off of the content that they're viewing, based on the content that they're viewing, and not necessarily based on how their parent tells them to interpret it.
Exactly.
So how do we allow our kids to have fun on social media, but manage how they interpret that information? What should we do?
Well, for one, it goes back to our last episode. Go check that out. You know what I mean? The sex talk with your children, which encompasses talking to your kids about everything. You know what I mean? We try to be so, oh, you a kid, stay in your place. Yes, they're children, but now children have access to a whole lot more than what we had access to. So I feel that it's only right that we need to start talking to these kids about what they accessing. For one. For two, control what they got access to. So that, you know what I mean, even when they leave your house, it's still in the back of their mind, you know what I mean, what they need to be, what's right and what's wrong. You feel me? Versus we not even having this conversation with them, and we not even controlling nothing that they consume. You feel me? If you not putting no control or no restraints on nothing, then it's just, you feel me?
Okay, so all right, so you say making sure we got some kind of constraints and some kind of controls on there. What if you are met with a co-parenting situation? And we have a episode 2 of Father's Day show talking about co-parenting, effective co-parenting, dysfunctional co-parenting, all that stuff. What if you're dealing with a co-parenting situation where you're trying to enforce better management of your kids' intake of this media, but the other party isn't necessarily doing it? They just give them the tablet, let them do whatever they want. They're not checking their messages, they're not checking their Facebook. They just allowing them to explore this world we call social media with no management. Because this is how I feel about this, right? When it comes to being a non-custodial parent, and that's most fathers period, for the most part, tend to be non-custodial parents. Right. So we know studies do show that a parent's influence to a kid who doesn't live with his house is diminished the longer the kid is away from him, and the least amount of intervals in between each time the kid comes. Right. Therefore, what you teach your kid, and you said another episode too, every time my son is with me, I ain't got to see him every day. I ain't got to call him every day. But when I talk to him, I make sure I give them information. That's fine and dandy, but for the most part, the kid's mind, that shit wanders off very smoothly if you're not there regularly. So because you're not there regularly, how do you deal with a parent who's completely opposite of you? Trying to manage how your kid, you know what I'm saying, watches and intakes this stuff, but as soon as they go back home, they back in their room with the door closed because mama and they're watching America's Next Top Model or something, or Housewives of Atlanta, but your son or your daughter in the other room on TikTok, on Facebook, on YouTube, just absorbing all that stuff. 2-3 videos, daddy's information gonna tend to slip, especially if you only see him once a week or once a month. How do you deal with that? Well, to where your message is effective at this point? You deal with that by seeing them more than once a month, or seeing them more often. If you can't see them, we got FaceTime now. You feel me? FaceTime on the door. You sometimes what I do with my kid or with my son, I FaceTime his ass at awkward times. I was a little boy. I know when time. You know when you trying to slap or watch porn, or I know when you trying to do some shit that you don't need to be doing. FaceTime. Call them back. You feel me? So your girl Israel, where Israel talking about again? All you control is you. All you control is you. As long as you stay consistent on your end at 100%. That's exactly where I was. Damn, Israel, you in my head. But hey, that's 100% true. 100% true. So Israel's in the chat right now. She says all you control is you. I'm assuming she's talking about the parent, right? Yep, yourself. All you control is you, long as you stay consistent and give them that information. So when it comes to addressing the custodial parent, and let's say I'm the father and I'm not custodial, and I'm trying to enforce some type of filter of how my kid intakes information from the media, and the mother doesn't really do that. She just lets him get on the tablet or whatever and free fall into that world of social media. one thing I would do outside of seeing the kid regularly and more active,
Right.
you can probably do things such as take the stuff away from them. Now, I don't want to say take it away from them, but limit the amount of time that the kid spends on said piece of equipment, whether it's the tablet,
Right.
so you might not be at the baby mama's house, right?
Right.
But you can call and say, hey, make sure our kid is only on the tablet, 30 minutes to 45 minutes a day.
And see, my problem with that is you're relying on her. If that was the way she was gonna rock, she would have been rocking like that from the beginning. You feel me? So you can't rely on her to do it. That's why I say call the kid. You feel me? Even if they ain't, call them and get them on, get their attention. Even if you take their attention off of it for a little bit, you feel me? Talk to them for 5 to 10 minutes. Now their attention is moved off of what it was on, and maybe you can push it to something else. You feel me? Or if they're in the middle of what they're maybe some content that they shouldn't be consuming. If you call them and interrupt that, you feel me? Now you throwing a wrench in what they got going on versus just allowing them to sit there and consume it. That's how I would combat it. Talk to your kids when they with you. Give them the information that they need when they with you, and test them on it. Don't just give them information. Test them to see if they retaining what you get, what you give them.
Okay, all right. So Izza says to get them involved in other activities. That's a good one.
100%.
God damn, get them involved in other activities that get their mind off electronics. Go play outside like we used to do back in the day. Now that's a big one right there, because one thing we had to do like a mug was get the hell out the house.
Out the house, yeah.
Get out the house.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily preach get out. I don't even know if I see kids playing in the yard no more. I mean, damn, we used to play flag football. We used to play football in the street. We used to, damn, I don't even remember watching TV that much growing up.
We wanted to get outside so bad, bro. We used to take crates, cut the bottom.
What we do?
And hang them up on telephone poles
and make basketball goals.
No
play
basketball.
basketball.
Hey, that's how we came. That's how we made it to the league. We was a fool. You know how good you got to be to hit a J on a square.
And look,
no backboard.
The goddamn crate, a 1x1 crate, right? 1x1 milk crate,
What?
and you out here playing basketball on a 1x1 crate, shot pure as hell. Man, look, fun. Guess what? Kids might not even know this because they be in the house all the time on tablets, but physical fun actually beats watching some videos, because that's content that you only see. You experience it just through visual and audio. But content fun that you experience in person has much more of a lasting effect on you, because you're actually involved in it. It's evoking your senses. Plus, you in control of it. You control how that hide and seek game go. It's one thing to watch your favorite streamer stream hide and go seek. I'm watching my favorite streamer stream hide and go. Watch Ninja play hide and go seek on Facebook. I
literally watch my kids.
Go play yourself.
Watch other kids play. If you feel what I'm saying. How do you go from playing to watching people play? Like where's the excitement in that? You watching someone play with they playing with dolls, or they playing with this?
That's
watching
wild, bro.
You getting excited by it? How?
It's crazy. Look, Israel say you either in or out. That's what your parents say. You either in the house.
You ain't about to run in and out my house. Hey, real talk, quick story. I just did my chops like that not too long ago. Came home, house wasn't clean. You know what I mean? I told them, look, y'all got to get up out of here. Left out, what I do? Lock the door right behind. Lock the door right behind. You ain't getting no water. You ain't coming in for nothing.
Baby mama, you hear that? Baby mama, you know which one you are. Scared of them kids go outside because my baby daddy locked the chair and not the house.
Damn right.
I don't want them to go see him no more because you locked the door because they running in and out. No,
they
sir.
Lock their ass out.
Man, ain't nothing wrong with going outside having fun, man. Okay, all right, so moving right along, I'm finna go ahead and pour me a little bit of this, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I can show that on the thing, but pour me a little bit of this here, and it ain't Coca-Cola.
A little bit of that Anthony Mason.
A little bit of that, that Anthony Mason. While I'm introducing this new topic, man, if you might, go get, look glass, hit me up. So basically, we've touched on the responsibility of the agent that introduces a topic or some kind of content for the person to absorb. We touched on the parent on how they can better manage how the kid sees it or interacts with it. We also just discussed how we can better manage it once they start receiving it. And then we talked a little bit about how we manage it when we have a custodial parent that's not on the same board as us. Our viewer Israel brought up the fact that one of the things we can do to better manage it is just not just take it away from them, not just manage how they see it, but just get them out the damn house.
Just giving them another option, give them something else to do. Put something else on their mind, bro. We don't put nothing on our kids' mind. You feel me? Ooh. We try to put make somebody else put something on their mind. We gotta start putting stuff on our kids' mind. Get them out the house. Hell, play with them. Throw the ball with them. Walk up the street with them. Talk to them. You feel me? Just give them something other than just a tablet. At my house, I got no electronics during the week. You feel me? You come over my house.
But that's a strong one right there. No electronics during the week? Why?
Hey, man.
But god damn, that's a strong one right there. Why?
During the week, no electronics. You feel me? Put your mind on something else. Put your mind in a book. Put your mind into your craft. What do you want out of life? What do you want to be in life? We not putting that on our kids' mind. So our kids growing up not even thinking about what they want to be. You feel me? We had to think about what we wanted to be or what we wanted to do, because we ain't have no, we couldn't look at other people do what they wanted to do. We had to get out here and actually find something to do.
For sure.
We knew how to play football because we was outside playing football. Kids don't even know how to play football no more.
They can't play no football, but they can tell you exactly how to make a TikTok video. They can tell you the next dance. And I won't say there's nothing wrong with how the media is influencing our kids, because that's a real quick way to get information passed around.
Yeah.
But my biggest concern is when it comes to something as responsible as sex, right? Sex is very human. I like to say sex is human as talking, as eating and sleeping.
Yeah.
But you have to be very responsible with these things that I call human. Mm-hmm. If you sleep too much, your body can like pretty much break down because you're not getting no exercise because you always sleep.
Right.
You're not getting no environment because you're always in the bed.
Right.
If you eat too much, you can have blood pressure, diabetes, and all those type of sicknesses like that. Mm-hmm. If you eating, sleeping. If you having too much sex, you can be in situations like us when we got goddamn 748 kids. You know what I'm saying? 12,000 baby mamas and everything because you mismanage how your body is. So sex is very important because it can bring life into the world. It can take it out. You can pass along diseases. You can break hearts.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. A lot of girls, a lot of people. Once you enter them, you are my man. You are my lady. This is us now. So children growing up and how we parent and how we father, we got to be careful that we don't mismanage how our kids absorb sex through this fast traveling social media thing, and that's very important.
It's not just sex.
To that.
You want to know what's a bigger problem than sex right now? I feel like it's a much bigger problem than sex right now in our young people. The influence on everybody being a fucking tough guy and being a gangster. If you listen to this music, bro, all they glorifying is catching a body. If you it's a good thing to catch a body.
They catch a body. And drugs too.
I mean, they've been glorifying drugs.
They've been glorifying selling it, but not taking it.
Yeah.
Taking it is big because selling it is. We was talking about 100%. Selling it, but it was about the come up. It's about getting money.
Getting the money,
But now we're just talking about getting high, killing yourself, messing yourself. We done had so many artists overdose on drugs. I feel like
that's a bigger problem than what the Nas X thing got going on. You feel me? Nas X, that shit is a problem, but this kill them, shoot them up, everybody gotta be a thug, man. That's more dangerous to our kids than that other shit, because that's actually leading to loss of life. It's so many young kids out here killing and being killed, bro. It don't
for the dumbest,
like for real.
But
they don't care about catching the body.
Let's say I'm gonna give you a proposition though. Let's say we got two scenarios, right? Two problems on the table. One problem is Lil Nas X promoting homosexuality and the celebration of prison life, and the other one is artists, rappers just like him promoting taking drugs and killing one another. If you had all power to change and stop something, which problem do you feel is most important? I know you kind of said, taking drugs and killing because it ends life, but that doesn't necessarily, I mean, you can find a comparison for the other one as well, because prison culture, celebrating and making it seem like it's a party, is just as dangerous, because a lot of our young black boys go to prison to suffer. Even if they got short terms, like 2, 3, 4, 5 years.
Look at that dude.
Their record is on there forever.
That ended up killing himself after being in jail.
Khalif Brown.
Yeah.
Is it Khalif?
I don't know the dude's name, but
I think it's Khalif.
In Rikers Island.
Yeah.
You right, but it's all a problem, and it can be combated.
How would you? Which problem, if you had the power to change, which one would you feel like is the issue we need to get to right now? How these artists portray sexuality in prison culture, or drugs and
the issue
killing?
we need to get to right now is what our children consume. That's the biggest issue. Because if they ain't consuming none of that, then none of that even matters. If they not watching the Lil Nas X videos, that don't even matter. If they not listening to Pooh Shiesty to say go kill a nigga, catch a body, that don't even matter. You feel me? What do these Chinese people do, bro? They literally don't allow their kids to do things. They got
government mandated. Like, where is it? Is it Korea?
Not even talking about over there. I'm talking about here in the States.
Because they
Chinese
bring the culture
people
with them. You can't. The internet is banned in certain Asian countries.
But you have it here, is what I'm saying. So even
I had it her and I brought it through. I had it her.
I lost my phone, but yeah, you got the access when you come here. You feel me? But why don't they get it? Because the parents don't allow them access to it, bro. Only thing they got access to is educational, stuff. Go study this how to play this piano. Go study how to play this violin and be a master at that. You feel me? And then maybe you can have some time to watch a video or do what you want to do. But it's all on the parent, bro. It's what you let your child consume. What is your child consuming while they're around you? You got the power of that.
All right.
Israel.
All right. So your girl Israel that came in. We done propose which, if you had the power to stop one of the two issues, drugs and killing, or prison culture and homosexuality and the celebration of prison culture. Israel says drugs, and I'm assuming she means the drugs and the killing in the rap songs, promoting that versus.
I mean, the drugs lead to a lot of that. You feel me? Drugs lead to a lot of that.
I mean, all of it is interconnected. You know what I mean?
It is.
All of it is interconnected. I think one way to combat it, a good way to combat your kids' influence, is to be that role model for your kids, in front of your kids, all the time.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? As soon as that information comes in, we got to be on it. We got to be like, hey, son, that's entertainment. That ain't real life. Hey, son or daughter, that's entertainment. That ain't real life. Don't say about it. Don't be out here treating life like it's a 3.5 minute rap song.
But
life is way longer than that.
Actually gotta show them. We can't just tell them, but show them.
Show them how to twerk?
No. Show them the ramifications, bro. All we gotta do is take our kids out here and let them see life. I take my kids, I drive them around just to ride around and let them see shit. You feel me? Look at this, son. Look at what they got going on, son. Look at this. Look at how that's operating and moving, son. Okay, look at this man, son. Look what he got going on, son. You feel me? You got to show them. You got to get them out here and actually let them experience it and see it.
One of the things that one of my leaders, he don't even know he's a leader of mine. Is Dr. Boyce Watkins, man. I listen to him quite a bit because he talks a lot about how we need to change our culture when it comes to finances. Dr. Claude Anderson talks a lot about how we need to change our culture when it comes to economic growth and empowerment.
Right.
One of the things he told about why he's so focused and why he loves his father. His father, one time back in the day when he was growing up, took him on the corner and let him see old people that his father used to go to school. We got old schoolmates. His father took him to see one of his old schoolmates who was a druggie, strung out on drugs, messed up in the streets, and he was like, son, look, he showed him a living representative. He didn't just say, if you do this, you'll get hurt. He showed him a living representative. It's kind of what you said, that we got to take him out in the street, show them the results, give them living examples of what this media culture, this media life is doing, because it is important. It not only hear it, but they see it.
Damn right.
They see it and see it in person, 3D. Because that's one of the easiest ways. Like I said, going outside to play. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to have fun and watch kids play online, and get them channels some views, and while you sitting there laughing and you listen to it. But it's a whole other thing.
What kind of excitement do you get out of that though? Oh my God! My daughter be wanting to watch. Daddy, I want to watch Abley, but Abley ain't doing nothing but running around playing with her daddy.
And you acting like your daddy right beside you,
with you,
right with
play
you,
right now.
You know what I mean? You go play right this very second, but you'd rather go sit like this with your hands on your chin, your feet in the air, twinkle toeing, and watching somebody else play versus experiencing laughter, playing, falling, toys, sharing on your own. Yeah. We gotta get our kids outside more, bro. But see, and like Ezra said, we gotta get them in some activities to get outside. Once again, that's the parents though. You said, oh, it's not Lil Nas X. That is not Lil Nas X. It's the parents, bro. You as a parent gotta consciously do this to your child. Come in the house, hell, okay, y'all had enough TV and game time. Let's go outside. Let's go put a puzzle together. Let's go figure something out. Let's mess with the puzzle. I mess with the puzzle. I give my kids Sudoku books and shit like that. You know what I mean? Let's work in this book. I mess with Sudoku. Let's get in this Sudoku book and run through this for a second. You know what I mean? Let's read together. Let's have a family night where we sit here and read. I play chess with my kids. Let's get here and let's play this chess. Do something other than letting them sit there on this content and consume all of this shit that ain't gonna do them no good. It's up to the parent. You feel me? Man, I don't want to have to go back to that topic again. It is up to the parent, but I just can't move past this allowing the artists to not be held responsible for what they put out. Bro, I just can't do it, man. Yes, it's up to the parents to control what our children look at as well as manage how they interpret that information. Okay. But God
since
damn,
you feel like that, how you feel about these movies that get put out? That kids can go consume?
I think that's a false equivalency because of how. Because of where our influence lies. You know, we gotta pay attention to how our influence. Like, okay, they got billboards. It's a form of advertising that we able to see as consumers. They have magazines, a form of advertising. They've got 100%. TV shows. They've got movies. They've got games. Our culture has to be taken into place. The black culture, the number one influencer. Speaking of, hold on, let me finish this. Let me get to that. As the black culture, our number one influencer is music and celebrity, not movies, not billboards, not. If Bill Gates come out here with drip on, you can say, look at Bill being fly. But if Future come out here with literally the same outfit on, they gonna say, I gotta get an outfit because Future got it. We can't act like that ain't part of it.
So, but that ain't the the artist's problem. They trying to get money, they trying to get views, they trying to get paid. What the responsibility lies within that parent, bro. The parent of that child who they trying to reach and consume to. That's who the responsibility lies. You feel me? Cause how much homosexuality is in our kids' shows? How much homosexuality is right there in their face? So you telling me that?
And there's nothing wrong with homosexuality.
And it's not.
But when you push it to kids who not even able to be cognizant of what's happening to them.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Why is it okay for a kid to consume certain media such as a Lil Nas X video, but if they go out there and they kill somebody, oh, he's a minor. His mind wasn't right. He's too young. Give him a youth charge. It's a bad thing, but it's a youth charge because they understand the way the mind develops.
No, charging them as an adult.
Well, if you black, you get charged as an adult. If you black, if you dealing roof or somebody, well, he was an adult. But I'm saying you get the hamburger on the way to the end.
Yeah.
But I'm saying,
you know, that's a whole different
Israel says it makes money, so they won't put restrictions on it.
And that's 100% right. The world is about money, bro. If you ain't bringing me
America is about money because we're a capitalist nation.
Okay, America is about
money. Take that shit to Korea and see what happens to you. You getting popped.
Well, America is about money. So what we're saying, exactly what she's saying, they not about to cut off their market for homosexuals. They support Lil Nas X. They support, you know what I mean, this and that. So they're not about to cut that money off.
I mean,
right and wrong in America really has no bearings. It's not about right or wrong. It's about what people willing to put up with. That's why it goes back to you as a parent. But they're not going to censor it. So you got to censor.
You said something very important there. You said it goes back to what people are willing to put up with. So if we live in a democracy where we get to choose elected officials, I'm putting quotes around there, choose elected officials,
right?
We only get to choose what they put in front of us. We don't necessarily elect the officials from wholeheartedly. But let's say we get to choose elected officials. It's a democracy.
Mm-hmm.
If we are, as a public, saying our kids need to be influenced X way, so this is what's being. Let me say it a little bit more simpler. Lil Nas X's video is allowed to be shown on YouTube because there are policies in place that will allow that content to be shown, which as an effect, your kid is allowed to see it because it's available to be seen. We don't necessarily have a choice in what we see if the choices aren't presented there. So for instance, you think you don't have to look at Lil Nas X. You think you have other options, but you don't necessarily have them if those choices aren't available to your knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Lil Nas X has been thrown in your face all the time, right? You think you like Lil Nas X, or you choosing you following him because you like it. You're not choosing it because you liking it, because you can go look at other things, but you won't because it's not shown to you all the time. So what I'm getting at is how the government, how these platforms.
You talking about playing on the subconscious?
No. I'm talking about what's direct. If you're being pushed, if a platform like YouTube is pushing or putting on the front street certain type of content, and you're a consumer, you think you looking at Lil Nas X cause you chose to, but it's being forced. It's the same way the radio do by playing the same 8 songs over and over, and eventually you're like, that song hot. And you start liking that artist. It's millions of artists that you can possibly like, but they're not really a choice because you're not presented them as choices. You're only presented with 8 artists as a choice. So the media guides your mind to think in a certain way that you are unaware that's being guided. You think you're making a choice, but you're not. The illusion of free will. Look up Sam Harris.
I do understand exactly what you're saying. I do get that part, and it's called the subconscious.
And I ramble. I'm long-winded. I'm sorry.
You play on the subconscious, but that's exactly what they do. A commercial, it play on the subconscious. Everything is playing on your subconscious. But guess what can't play on the subconscious? You talking to your damn chaps. You controlling what your chaps watch on that YouTube that you say, oh well, I think I want to watch Lil Nas X, but I'm only watching it because I done sat here and watched 1,000 videos. It's you as a parent that let them sit there and watch that 1,000 videos that got them subconsciously wanting to sit there and watch Lil Nas X. If you control what they watch, they can't get subconsciously sucked into it.
I understand it.
Can't happen.
I understand it, but at the same time, we can't take responsibility off these platforms.
Yes, you can, because it's not their responsibility, bro.
It's not their responsibility. Have you read the terms and conditions?
It's not.
Have you read the terms? As a content creator, we have to be responsible of the content that we put out, bro.
Yes, but it's already censorship on it. Like I said, they had the censorship in the video. You feel me? And anything on YouTube that's unwatchable for kids, they let you know that a child is not supposed to be watching it.
True.
Anything that pops up on TV, it comes with guidelines.
Parental advisory type.
Right. So then you as the parent have the option to say, look, okay, I don't want you watching this. Or you let them watch it. It's you as the parent.
I can eat the back of that. Me? Your girl Israel says, yep, you're brainwashed unconsciously. And that's a big thing. So that's what I'm trying.
Subconscious.
Your brainwashed unconscious. What you expand on that? You're brainwashed unconsciously. Do you mean you're brainwashed subconsciously?
Yeah,
because brainwashing does entail the subconscious because it's passive learning. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm talking on. It's the stuff that's not necessarily as quickly seen.
Right.
Like we sincerely believe that yes, we have a choice to not watch it or turn it off, but it's not necessarily that clean cut.
Okay, so sticking with what you just said in the path that you was just on, the subconscious, does it work right then? Is it something that's right then?
Not necessarily.
Or is it something that's over and repetitive and over and over again? You get in there before it's over and over and over again. You stop that. You cut it off. Control it.
I'm not
Don't get there and let them sit there and watch 100 videos. Okay, you don't watch 5 videos? Take a break. Go do something else. Go outside, play. You come back in and watch 5 more videos. So now what's being played to you, it's not subconscious because you cutting it. You cutting it off. Like when I said call your kids. You feel me? Call them. Break whatever cycle that they in and it's being repeated in their head. Break it. You feel me? Call them, get them on the phone, talk to them for 10 minutes. So now whatever thought process they had going on or whatever train of thought they was on, you put a wreck in it. You feel me? So now they gotta restart their thought process. You feel me? And then if you feel like it's something that's repetitive in their life, do it again. Call them over and over again.
True. I can dig it back to that.
As a parent, you gotta control of that.
Well, okay, all right. So we're approaching the 1 hour mark. We want to thank everybody for tuning into the show. We're going to wrap this thing up very shortly.
Israel.
Yeah, thank you, Israel, for tuning in
really
and giving your opinions. Make sure y'all please like, follow, some shit.
Right on,
this right here.
Right on point too.
We gonna I'm gonna try to before I end the show. Let end the show real shortly. I'm gonna propose a topic that's gonna ask. For both of us, you know, it's gonna have us think. It's gonna make us think about it. Now I'm long-winded, but I still want to throw it out there before we leave. All right, we talked about the issues of the media's influence on our children when it comes to sex culture and prison. Went off on a long tangent. That Lil Nas X industry baby video, right? We had some issues with it. Mm-hmm. The male twerking, the male it was over homophobified. I mean homofied, whatever you want to call it, mm-hmm. right? And it kind of it had people in there dancing in the shower naked. Mm-hmm. Pretty much a whole homophobic celebration of prison life. And that's not good. You would agree that that's not good to show? That's not good to show celebration of prison culture homophobicizing, whatever that word is, homophobicizing prison life. I hope you wouldn't agree that that's a positive thing.
I don't think that's a positive thing, but no, I don't.
I want to stop you before you goddamn go. Yeah, it's okay to show. Okay,
but what I was thinking is,
hold on. So we agree that that's in a sense a negative aspect, right?
It is.
Now here's the challenge. What positivity can we bring out of that treachery, I would call it? Because I don't think nobody in prison lives like that as a whole. Or would they act, or would they say it's a good thing to be dancing? Niggas ain't dancing and doing all type of the goddamn
prison they ain't
doing that in prison, bro. They ain't doing that in prison.
Nah, they ain't.
So I know the people that's actually in there who wouldn't. But what could we possibly, as we round the show up, what could we find in that little video? Any type of positivity that's in there, if there's any, that we can show our kids and teach our kids. So let's say our son just sat down or our daughter just sat down and watched that video, right? Mm-hmm. And we got all this negative stuff to say, but can we find something positive to say to our kids about watching art and content such as that? And that's a big one too, man. I'm looking for one too. Israel, if you got something positive, I don't know if you saw the Industry Baby video, Israel, but it's a Lil Nas X video called Industry Baby. If you get a chance to watch that, try to find something positive that you can say about that video to your kid. Go ahead though.
I was hoping you keep talking, so I'll keep I mean, something positive. Only positivity I can say is that he was able to express himself and express how he felt. You know what I mean? That was his expression of jail and his expression of, you know what I mean, what maybe jail would be like, you know what I mean. Jail ain't like that, but
at all.
That's just maybe something, I don't know. I know,
hey,
right?
You get Israel say something positive. Give me 3 to 5 business days on that one. Hey, what I was about to say, the only thing, a positive thing I saw on that was lifting weights. Bro was lifting weights. He was keeping the body. He was lifting weights. They were dancing, so that means they were exercising.
I mean, okay.
You know what I mean? That's all I can say, because ain't nothing positive about being in prison.
Exercise ain't nothing.
Ain't nothing positive about being someone's sexual slave in prison with the holding of the pocket. If you don't know about prison culture, when you have to hold the person's pocket, you're considered their bitch or their sex slave or their manservant in prison. Ain't nothing positive about having to like be on demand.
But that's why I said,
in that type of culture, ain't nothing positive about that life.
To us, to me and you.
So who is it positive to though? To
not Lil Nas X and to sweet people. They might like that. They might, you know what I mean? They go to jail. They might want.
They might like.
That's what they want.
The expression of homosexuality, but I'm sure they won't like prison culture. You locked down. You a slave to the government.
You a slave. Period. I mean,
anyway, man. We're gonna end the show on that, man. I don't want to take y'all too long, man. Where can they find you at Zabiski?
Man, it's your boy.
There you go. There. Hold on, man. This is show 18. Goddamn, damn near. This man right here expresses up, man. I don't understand. Blah, blah, blah. What can they find you at Zabiski?
You know, I just want to let y'all ladies out there know that you can find me right next to you in the bedroom.
Yeah. He blinked like that. What if I hear, bro?
Man, I'm on Facebook for now, man. Trying to get back on the gram. Kind of lost my gram page, but I'll be back on that soon. But find me on the book Isaiah Person. You know, that's the real name. But go by Swaze or whatever. You know, hit your boy up, man. And on that Father's Day show, man, y'all check us out every single week.
Yeah, man. And we thinking about having multiple shows per week, man. One live show on Sunday and one pre-recorded show on Wednesday or Thursday dropping. We think about that now. We got to get our schedules in order, man. It's your boy Midway right here, man. You can find me on that Call of Duty Warzone Game Time Midway. You can find me on Facebook with regular name Alvin Person. And of course, you can find me on the Father's Day show every week. Sundays, we supposed to start that mug at 7 o'clock. But it's been late. We know this is our first show going live. We had a little technical difficulties, man. We're gonna be here every Sunday, 7 and or 8 o'clock. You know what I mean? So find us on that. Again, please, guys, go to the YouTube page. Type in SPMediaTV. No spaces. Click on the channel page. Then go to the playlist. Scroll down. And you can find, who that is?
What's up, good? What's up, people? It's your boy South a Fool in here, man.
Yeah, your boy South a Fool.
Had to get my boy in here.
Go ahead, pull it on the camera. Put him on the camera real quick. Your boy South a Fool, right?
Talk to the folks, South. Talk to the folks. Man,
hey, man.
We just checking out, brother, man. Just figure we'll give you a chance to check in and say what's up to the folks.
Yeah.
I'm doing you say y'all doing what now?
I say, man, we just try to give you a chance to check in and say what's up to the folks, man. We on the way out the door with it.
Man, what is going on, man? Father's Day show. I'm so mad I can't be there with my fellas, man. We checking in. What's the topic today, fellas?
Hey, sex in the media, man. Sex and how we control, how we manage it.
Yeah, how the media portray sex to our kids.
Well, you know, for the day of times that they have always said sex sells. So you know that's gonna be one of the things they don't always promote. And we as fathers just gotta, monitor that situation. A lot of times
Preacher.
Monitor our kids. We don't monitor them, you know what I'm saying?
Do you feel
the phone becomes a babysitter for a lot of parents?
Do you feel the artist or the creator of that content has any responsibility in that? Yeah.
Hey, hold on. Think before you answer. Hold on. Think before you answer. Do you feel like the artist has any responsibility on the content that they put out?
In a sense, yes, and in a sense, no. Because for one, as a previous artist that has been an artist, when I go in to make a song, I don't directly make it for kids. I don't go in the studio with thinking like, oh, the kids gonna love this, the children gonna love this. But as a artist, and a parent standpoint, you gotta look at it as saying, when you make the song, you know it's gonna be more than just grown people listening to the song. And you as a person, as a human, know how music influences you. Music adjusts mood, music adjusts personality. It does a lot for you to know that and be willing to feel the kind of music such as War, which is one of the songs I was
Make sure it's on. Make sure the volume is on.
Alright, so we got his opinion. Alright, so y'all go ahead and check him out. Where can they find yourself?
Man, y'all already know, South of Food on Facebook, no L on that thing, just South of Food. And every week on this Father's Day show, as long as I ain't got these beans.
Hey, bro, just checking in with you, boy. Do your thing, bro.
Man, I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all hitting me up, man. Much love to my brothers, man. I will see y'all soon.
For sure, for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, man, we about to get up out of here, man. Like I said, y'all can find us on Facebook. On the Father's Day show, just type in Father's Day show. The page will pull up. Click on it. It's a big red, black and red FD. Find us on YouTube on the SPMediaTV page. Click on the channel page.
Yeah.
Go to the playlist. Scroll down the Father's Day playlist. You get all the content, man. Again, thank y'all for tuning in. But I want to say this right here before we leave. It is not just any day, dog.
It's Father's Day.
It's Father's Day.
Yeah.
And we out of this mother. Let's get it.